You want to fight?
Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me.
I must break you.
Welcome to Film Fight. I'm your host, Robert Cochran, and tonight I am joined by a friend all the way down under in Auckland, New Zealand. This is Adrian. Adrian, how are you?
I'm really well. How are you?
I'm doing, in film parlance, that's kind of fitting. You know, the old Rocky films, you like your American, right? Adrian!
Oh, don't!
I'm coming for you.
It's my curse, you cannot believe how often I hear that.
Good. I'm glad to get you off your game before we even get started. Hey, are you ready to rumble?
I'm ready to rumble, Kiwi
All right,
style.
let's do this thing.
There's punch, paper, scissors, rock!
That's how we Yanks do it. You ready, Adrian? I'm going first.
Yeah, off you go.
All right, here we go. There is no way in hell that Three Billboards is a Best Picture for 2017, and here's why. It doesn't make sense. It adds up for about 45 to 60 minutes in a reasonable progression, and then it falls off a cliff. These characters have no punishment for anything they do. They go ahead and get away with murder, and there's no reality to where they are. The name of the city is a city that doesn't even exist. It's some conglomeration that I guess is supposed to add up to something larger, but it simply doesn't. And when characters get away with murder and are never held accountable for who they are, I don't care. I'm thrown out of the movie. And you know what? It's mildly entertaining with fantastic acting, but in no way a Best Picture nom.
Well, I disagree entirely. I think it's a great movie. I was thinking about it for days after, and these days, most movies you walk out and within 5 minutes it's gone from your mind. So for me, the fact that it made you think was the best thing about it. I don't agree that there's no redemption for these characters. I don't think it's about redemption. I think it's about people going crazy from loss. And I think that they do. I mean, there is redemption. I mean, Dixon is a character most people are caught up on. He gets almost burnt to death. He gets beaten to a pulp.
I think I should just let you keep talking because you've already crossed yourself 3 times. You said there's no redemption. There is redemption. Now there's no redemption again. Now, wait a minute. Yeah, he gets burned to a pulp, but I mean, that doesn't stop him from, he threw a guy out the window for no good reason and never paid for that at all. She went ahead and kicked some school kids in the nuts, and people stood by and watched it, and that was a problem. Look, I love the actors, but when them as characters are held to no reality and standards, what am I watching? Why do I care?
Well, for a start, it's a movie. So, movies aren't always meant to be met completely to reality.
But what do you think about this? What do you think about the suspension of disbelief as something that tells us, it gets us to the film? It says, here's what I'm going to watch. Here are the rules I'm going to lay out. And this doesn't seem to follow the basic rules of when you're in a society that is presented as a realistic society, it absolutely is, that characters aren't held to those standards. I mean, you mentioned, I heard before, something about, well, that's just how the Americans do it. I mean, is that really what you think?
Well, coming from outside of American culture, I mean, I have been to the States, but there is this kind of perception that cops aren't held to account in the same way that they would be in our society. And that, especially in a racist town like that, there are things that just aren't like only last week I was reading, well, I'm not going to go into the debate about police brutality, but I accepted it. And I was wondering, I've been thinking about it, maybe the way I accepted it so readily was exactly that there is this assumption from abroad that this is the way the cops in the States are.